I'd like to welcome you to this video where I'll be discussing the black seed oil and my experience using it, and some information about the black seed oil. Before I get into that, if you are looking for a place to buy the black seed oil, I would recommend a company known as the Blessed Seed, and you can get 10% off using my link in the description, as well as free shipping. So if you're watching this on Bing, you just click the title and that will redirect you to the YouTube page, and then just go down into the description, not the comments but the description, and then in the first line you'll find a link, a short link, bit.ly link. Just click the link and that will redirect you to the page where you can get 10% off their black seed oil, as well as free shipping. Now, I have many years experience using black seed oil due to the condition that I have and had for many years. The condition that I have and had is Hodgkin's lymphoma, which is a form of cancer of the lymph. I currently have it now. And many people you find online making claims that they have it and they try to treat it naturally, but they don't bring any medical proof to prove it. They make claims without proof. And I'll be making a video soon when I feel better. Most of the time I have severe pressure in my heart and lungs, so I'm not going to be able to upload often. But when I feel better, I'll be uploading, showing the medical proof of the diagnosis of the disease and condition. From the year 2011, I've had symptoms of the disease, and I had a bump, and I still have it, in the left side of my neck, and multiple other bumps under my chin and other places. And I was diagnosed originally in the year 2006 when I was 14 years old, and the disease kept on coming back and going with treatment of chemo and radiation. So I would get better. A few years later, a few months later, it would come back. I would do it again. Chemo, radiation, surgery would come back, get better for a while. Then in 2009, I did very aggressive chemo and radiation, and the disease symptoms and bumps seemed to be gone. In the CAT scan, it didn't show any disease until 2011. I started, which was 2 years later, I started to develop the symptoms again, which was itching all over the body, severe itching. It started at night. It was March 2011, I remember very well. And I found a bump in my left side of my neck and under my chin. Multiple bumps, multiple little bumps, and then a kind of larger one on my neck. I went to the oncologist, and he brushed it off, saying that he doesn't believe it's related to the disease. But I believe 100% that he knew that it was related, but he brushed it off because years before that, in 2009, I told him that if it ever comes back again, after this set of aggressive chemo, which we did in 2009, I will not be doing any chemo or radiation after that, ever. So I believe that he knew that it came back, and he didn't want to expose himself or expose the medical field that it's possible to live with Hodgkin's. Because typically, if you were to have symptoms, they wouldn't say that you're going to be able to live for 7 years without chemo radiation. They'll say you'll likely die before that. So maybe he knew that I have some knowledge in natural medicine, and maybe he knew that it maybe is possible to live, not necessarily to live with it, but to live longer than they say it's possible. And I've had the symptoms since 2011, and officially was re-diagnosed this past summer due to a large mass in my chest and the left side, which is causing me severe pressure in the heart and lungs. It feels like my heart's being crushed. Now, you're here looking for information on the black seed oil, and I'm going to give you advice of what I learned throughout the years using black seed oil and black seed. And here is what the black seed looks like. This is grounded black seed, if you can see. So it looks like a black colored powder. This is the seed, the actual whole seed, grounded in a coffee grinder. What I recommend, I would say that either the whole seed or the oil works pretty much the same. I don't see much of a difference. Overall, it seems that they both work the same. So if you want to use the whole seed, use the whole seed. If you want to use the oil, use the oil. From my experience, I've used many different companies, pipingrock, Amazing Herbs, and other companies from Egypt and Saudi Arabia. Some of this black seed oil is very light in color, some of it is very dark, some of it looks like olive oil, some of it looks kind of in the middle. My advice would be to avoid oils that are packaged in plastic bottles, because I've heard that they can't preserve the oil properly. And from my own personal experience, I don't believe that a very light colored oil has a good benefit. This is my own personal view. My opinion is that the darker the oil is better. The lighter oil is not that good. So that's my advice. In addition to that, if you want to treat your condition, a lot of people use the oil or the black seed as if it's the one all be all. I just take this by itself and magic is going to happen. And that's what I used to think too. But from my experience, the better way to make it work is that you need to combine with other things. By itself, it doesn't work. It needs to be combined with other ingredients and other remedies, just like any other medical medicine. If you were to look at any medicine and read the ingredients, you'll find that there's more ingredients and more medicines within the medicine than just one ingredient. There's many different types of medicines within that one medicine. Likewise, natural medicine is going to have the same effect. You need to have multiple different things in order to treat your condition. So for example, many people have high blood pressure. Some people use the black seed herb or seed or the oil to try to treat their condition. And I had it myself, and I used to use the oil and the seed, and within a year my blood pressure became normal. The problem is that people want instant results, and usually it's not going to come instant, it's going to take time. But in order to make it work better and work faster, you need to combine it with other things. So it's known fact, and my experience has proved it. My dad has very, very high blood pressure from stress and other things. And within 2 or 3 weeks of using ginger, dried ginger tea, take some ginger powder, put it in boiling water, boil it, drink it as a tea, combined with 2 capsules of black seed, will reduce that high blood pressure very, very quickly. So you shouldn't just assume that the black seed is the one all be all. I just take this by itself and magic is going to happen. You need to combine with other things. I've used to take it for my condition, as I said, Hodgkin's, for a year. No change. Nothing. No improvement whatsoever. Changed different types of oils, many different types. Then when I combined it with onion juice, when I combined it with thyme, when I combined it with cayenne pepper, I started finding reduction in reducing of the tumor size. This past week, I used to take, for the last 2 weeks, I used to take thyme, grounded thyme, 2 tablespoons. By coincidence, I just did it by luck. I literally felt like I was going to die in the past 2 weeks. Actually, even longer than that, but especially in the last 2 weeks. Severe, extreme pressure in my heart and lungs. Feels like my heart's being crushed. Then by coincidence, I started using ground thyme, 2 tablespoons, 3 times a day, with 2 capsules of black seed oil. A great improvement. Then I ran out of black seed, seed, the whole herb. Then I ran out. It wasn't working anymore, stopped working. Then I started back and it started to help again. So my point is, you need to combine with other things. don't just use one thing and that's it. So whatever your condition, search whatever could help. So high blood pressure, ginger is known to help. Colds, honey, garlic is known to help. Whatever condition you have, search online some herbal remedies and combine it with the black seed. I hope this was a benefit to you, and I wish you the best of health, and thank you for listening.